Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I'm pretty excited for this, but we're gonna do reading only new releases. Now, I need to have a look at my shelves because I don't know what books these would be. I've bought a lot of books recently, but whether they're new releases or not, I don't actually know. This is gonna be interesting. I know the first book I want to read. Okay, the first one is going to be The DNF'ing by LJ Andrews. First of all, this is on my monthly TBR and it counts as a new release. It only came out like 3 weeks ago. So, is it 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it's definitely been within a month. So, this is definitely going to be the first one. I haven't started it yet, but I have already picked out my bookmark. And yeah, this is really exciting because The DNF'ing comes out in a week and I really want to read this before I decide that I'm actually going to be purchasing The DNF'ing. So this is number one. I think number two is going to be something I received in the mail like a couple days ago, and it's All Your Deadly Truths, which is book 2 in the Filthy Duet. Now this is a this is a smutty, dark, romantasy book, and I just loved the first book so much. I've been really getting into dark romantasies. I've read like 3 dark romantasies books so far, and this one is just, it's so good. It's so filthy. Like, Filthy Duet is accurate for this series, but I'm really excited for book 2 now that it's finally out. So this is going to be the second book of the new releases that I read. Now I have to pick a third, but I don't know what that's gonna be because I mean, we could do Catabasis, but I have been saving this for October. I really want to read really like dark academia, thriller, horror books for October. It's gonna be like a very dedicated October type read vibes. So I think I'm going to still save this for October. I really don't know. I have so many books, I don't know how I say I don't know, but I don't think there's that many new releases. I mean, I have 2 new releases I'm thinking. Evermore, which is Miranda Lynn's second book in the duology, and Thorns and Fire, but I really want to reread the first books in preparation for that so that I can really annotate the crap out of it. And I think if I end up doing that in this vlog, this is going to take so much longer. This is going to take a few weeks because those books have been annotated, which takes me longer to read, and that means this will turn into 6 books reading in this vlog. Or I just pick one of those. But I'm also like in denial. I'm not in denial. I'm also trying to put off picking up those books because I know once I pick them up, that's it. First of all, that duology is going to be finished. Evermore and Evermore, that duology is going to be over. I'm going to be done. The characters of their story is going to be done, and the next standalone within that series is not going to be for a while. And then Thorns and Fire, although the third book comes out. Okay, I know what we're going to do. Yes. Okay, so the indecisiveness is over. The third book we're going to pick up is Thorns and Fire by Helen Shearer. I am going to reread Iron and Embers first before I read this. But that is going to be the 3 new releases that I'm going to read. I'm really, really excited about this one. And we will give updates and see how this goes. And yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. Giving updates on a very, very smutty read. It's going to be great. But yeah, those are the 3 books I'm going to read for my new releases vlog, and I'll give you an update when I'm into The DNF'ing. cannot believe how cold it has gotten in the UK in like the space of a few weeks. I have to say that lately I'm having the best time reading. I feel like I have not, no, I'm not going to jinx myself, but I have had a lot of really good reads, and it's time for me to give an update. So I ended up finishing The Everking last night by LJ Andrews, and oh my god, I cannot wait for The Everqueen to come out. I'm pretty sure it comes out tomorrow. I'm hoping I'd receive it a little bit early, but it doesn't look likely. But this book really cemented the fact that I love LJ Andrews' writing, and she is definitely an auto-buy author for me and a new favourite author, because this book was just so good, and the fact that it kept me hooked from the beginning to the end and there was no complaints and I didn't have anything that kind of tore me away from this world. It just, a star. I ended up rating this 5-star, and I just, you know what, this is my second Fae read this month, and so far I kind of took a break from Fae reads because they do tend to be quite repetitive and there's no uniqueness, there's nothing new to kind of suck me in, and everything seems to be quite like, there's only so many Fae reads you can do, and yet the last two Fae reads have each had quite a brand of uniqueness, and this one, I just love the way the Fae were done. It's so different. I don't think I've read anything like this. I've definitely not read anything like this. The fact that there were Earth Fae and Water Fae and there was wars between them, and it was and there was just so much into it, and there was just so much complex history, and each of the Fae was so complex and their magic system was so unique. I mean, it was still quite element based, but the way it was done was very different, and I really, really enjoyed those elements of it, and I really enjoyed this world. I mean, this world was so vivid for me. Like, every time she was explaining something, it was like vivid brushstrokes against my imagination, and I just felt like I was right there along with the characters, and I felt such a connection to this world and this character. I think LJ Andrews really wrote in a way that I connected to, and I just felt like I was right there along the characters. I love every single character, and it's funny because I never used to be a reader that would buy books that were standalones or like interconnected, well, not standalones, but interconnected standalones or interconnected duologies. And recently, in the last year or two, I have been really, really loving interconnected duologies. I used to stay away from them, but I am so excited for the further books that will be talking about all the different characters, because I just love them all. I love every single character, and I can't wait to see their individual stories. But the way this ended, I mean, of course it ended on a cliffhanger. I mean, what more would you expect? This is a fantasy romance. But my heart was in my throat, and I was trying to figure out how, like, I just knew something wrong was going on, and it just felt like this, when you're watching a movie and they kind of introduce this music that kind of lets you know that something bad's gonna happen. That's what it felt like in the read up to the ending. And I was like, this isn't good. This is not good. Like, I just wanted to scream out warnings to them. And yeah, I didn't think I would connect it to a romance like this. It was very different to what I usually like. And somehow I was still sucked in, and somehow I still loved their romance. I loved the way they kind of fought through their attraction for each other, but inevitably, you know, it couldn't be fought any longer, and they just felt hard and heavy, and I really loved it. So, finished the first book. This was a really, really good new release. I'm so glad. I've been wanting to pick this up since I had it in my hands, and definitely worth picking up, and I can't wait for The Everqueen. Now, the second book I'm picking up is All Your Deadly Truths by M.L. Burns. This is the second book in the Filthy Duet, and I have started to read this. I am 120 pages in, and honestly, all that's going in my brain is, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, there's some bits in this that I can't really stomach, and I'm like, why is this necessary? Why is this in here? I really loved book one. It is a dark romance, but this one is way darker than book one, and I highly recommend reading the trigger warnings, because I didn't, and if this book was out before I read book 1 and I knew the trigger warnings, I don't know if I would have picked it up, because there's just some parts in this that I cannot stomach and I'm having to skip through, which is kind of ruining the point of reading this. I'm hoping it stops. I genuinely don't understand why this was necessary to add in. I don't know why this needs to be what it is. It's so fucked up and has me questioning a lot, but I don't know. I don't know if I just want to... I'm contemplating DNF'ing, but I really love this FMC and the MMC and their little found family, and they're part of this. I'm struggling to stomach the other part of this. So take that with take that as it is, and definitely read trigger warnings if you're interested in reading this. If you're a dark romantasy girl, but you're not a dark romantasy girl, I don't think you will like this. This is just on a whole nother level that I haven't read since Knights of Obedience, and I hated Knights of Obedience. I'm not continuing that series. It was way too fucked up for me. And this is, I don't know. I'm so torn. Yeah, it's on a whole nother level fucked up. Like, I just genuinely don't understand. I don't understand why this is in. Why this needed to be included. Like, why? Why would you... Not the direction I thought this book was going to go in. Not what I thought I'd be picking up. So yeah, this reading vlog has kind of taken a turn. We went from Ever King, which is just a normal romantasy, to this, which is a smutty, filthy, dark romantasy. I don't know what to do with this, to be quite honest. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. Oh Lord, I can't. I don't quite know how to function. Here we go. I will give an update when I'm at some point, or when I'm reading through this, and let you know how it's going and if it's improved. If it's not, then it may be looking like a DNF and me unhauling this, because I can't have this on my shelves if it doesn't resolve itself. Okay, we'll leave that at that, I think. Nope. I can't do it anymore. I'm DNFing all your deadly treats. I just can't. I can't look past the things that happen in here, because it's just on a level fucked up that I'm just no. So 150 pages in, I'm DNFing. I'm getting rid of this book. I don't want it on my shelves, so I'm unhauling the duology. I can't. Like, it took a turn that I didn't expect. It took a turn that I did not want. It just went too far down the road of dark. It surpassed being a dark romantasy. It's on a whole nother level of its own that I don't even know about. Yeah, can't do it, won't do it. Not even a 2-star. 0.5 stars. No. Anyway. DNF'ing the filthy duet. I'm just gonna stay a light dark romantasy girly, because I didn't even know that books like this existed. But I really want to read The Blackened Blade and A Blackened Bond by Isla Devon. I read this like less than a year ago and I really enjoyed it. It's not the best written book, which is why I read it on my Kindle. This used to be my sister's Kindle iPad thing, and I don't want to spend money on a Kindle that I'm just hardly ever going to use. Like, literally, it'll just sit collecting dust, because I like a physical book in my hands. But there was a book I really wanted to read, but I didn't want to buy it because I wasn't sure I was going to like it, and I didn't think it was a book that I would actually want as, like, on my shelves as, you know, physical, or would ever reread. So I ended up setting this up, and I read that, and I paid for a month's worth of Kindle Unlimited to read that book. So since I have like a week and a half left, I'm going to read The Blackened Blade and A Blackened Bond by Isla Devon, and I think the third book has just come out, and I really want to read that. Let's see what it was called, because I don't know. Of Blackened Blood. I'm going to charge this because I'm sure it's dead, since I haven't used it in a while. and I'm gonna read The Blackened Blade. This is, I guess the third book is a new release, so I'm counting it and I'm putting it in this vlog, and you can see how I feel about reading the series again and if the third book is worth it. But I really did enjoy the first and second book. I devoured it, I demolished it. So, gonna do that. I feel like I need to go and touch grass after reading that book because, yeah, I need those words out of my head. I need to, they just can't exist anymore. And, yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I guarantee I'm going to be finishing the back... What is wrong with me? I'm going to put the picture of what the trilogy looks like, but it's the trilogy by Isla Devon, and I know for sure that tonight I'm going to be up all night reading the trilogy because I am just so obsessed. I am 58% into The Blackened Blade, and I think I actually do think I need to buy the paperbacks for the series because I'm reading it again and I'm loving it so much. So I do think that this is a series that I'm going to need physical trophies of, and I won't hear anything else because I love this FMC. I love how, you know, she's gone through so much trauma, has this opportunity. I don't know if this is in the summary, but she has this opportunity, and when she gets that opportunity, she says, fuck it, I'm not scared of no one, and no one can tell me what to do, and I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna train until I'm stronger than everyone. And I freaking love it. I love it when an FMC gives no fucks and doesn't let anyone touch her. Like, she's just like, you can mock me, you can bully me, you can try and beat me up, you're not gonna affect me, I don't care. And she proves them all wrong, and I freaking love it so much. So I'm 58% way through, and she's getting close to the Infernal Four, and you're starting to see them have a bit of interest towards her, like, who is this person? Because they weren't there the first time round, if you know what I mean. So I just get so excited rereading this for the second time. This series is so good and it's so underrated. I don't see anyone ever talking about this. I think I saw this on a fluke on my FYP. I saw a snippet of a chapter and I was like, that sounds like a bit of me. An FMC who gives no fucks and just trains and gets stronger and stronger until she can beat up everyone. That's a bit of me. That's what I want. I love an FMC who is powerful and doesn't need anyone. So I picked it up and I've been hooked ever since. And I've been waiting for the third book, and the third book got dropped 2 days ago, I think, and I've been waiting to pick up the series ever since, and I had to pick this up. So the third book wasn't available on paperback, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna read it on my Kindle because I looked today, and I'll just pick up the paperbacks at a later date. Maybe, I don't know if it's a trilogy or if it's gonna be longer, I can't remember. But yeah, this is just a series you have to read if you love a strong FMC who is uncovering the past and the future and has 4 men. It's who I choose. It has 4 men and they're all as psycho as each other and has their own complex problems. I'd recommend reading this series very, very much. Okay. Yeah. I for sure am going to be reading all 3 books tonight because it's currently 10 o'clock and I'm on to A Blackened Bond. Listen, if you're reading this series and you think you're going to get something that's really well written and really thought out and you can really see like the plot is really dedicated, this is not going to be that. This is very much a white shoes romantasy that's more focused on the romance, but I do think that may change in book 3. I do think it changes by the end of book 2, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there are definitely gaps in here. I do think there needs to be more time put into, like, I feel like this could be rewritten a little bit better, and I think more emphasis could be put into growing the plot. there are definitely holes in here that could be explored. It doesn't ruin the book. It doesn't make it a 5-star read, but it doesn't ruin the book. But I do think there are definite gaps in here that could be added and explored and included. Like, I think there are scenes in here that could do well with having bits that kind of give us some answers or give some clues or adds to the plot. Reading a scene right now and I'm like, for what the plot is meant to be and how serious things are supposed to be, there is one element missing, and we're lacking the progression and the... It's so hard to explain this without leaking any details, but there is one specific thing that's very obvious and we're told about, but we don't really see the clue up in her change, because she's no longer easily bullied, and that kind of ruins plans a little bit, and we don't really see the importance of that and the desperation to fix that. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm definitely going to be buckled down and finishing this. I'm going to try and give updates, I really am, but I'm so hooked in and I'm just having so much fun. So we'll see where we get. Okay, update. Last night I finished the first 2 books in the Blackened Blade series. I just binged it. I was up till like 2 a.m. binging the hell out of it. And I just love this series because it is so bingeable. It's so much fun. And yes, it's not the best written series ever. There are definite holes, as I said, and there are definite things that could be less repetitive and more emphasis on other bits. But I don't care. Like, I just have so much fun. It's something I will just reread over and over again. It's like when you rewatch your favourite series, like, I don't know, but it's like, it's not the best series in the world, but it's your favourite and you just vibe with it so hard. That's me with this series. It's not best written thing in the world, but I just vibe with it so hard. I love all these characters and I just love how funny they are and how much banter they have. So I started Of Blackened Blood last night, which is book 3. Actually, it was early this morning. So I'm 70% the way through Of Blackened Blood, and it's actually insane how quickly I'm going through the series. It's just, again, it's so bingeable. It's so easy to read and you just can read it so quickly. So I'm on the 3rd book. I'm 70% in and I'm vibing so hard with it. So I'm definitely finishing it right now before I do anything else. Can I just say that it's 25 degrees in the UK right now? You remember, like, my last vlog, or even just a few updates ago, it was moody, it was horrible, there was no light. It's 25 degrees today. It's so sunny. And what am I doing? I am inside on my couch reading. So that speaks volumes to me. I'm just ready for fall. I'm ready for cozy blanket hoodie weather, but I also don't want to give up on wearing shorts. So I just want the best of both worlds, to be quite honest. Cold at night, warm during the day. So yeah, diving back in and I will give an update when I'm finished with this, because there's no way I'm tearing myself away again. Alright, so this vlog did not go as planned at all. I had 3 books that I wanted to read and it ended up getting majorly delayed. It ended up getting majorly derailed, but you know, I did get to read a series that I really love. I did get to try a new series, and yes, there was a DNF in here, but that's what reading's all about. You never know what you're getting in for, and even though you like the first book in a series, you never know if you're gonna actually like the second book. And you know what? The more I thought about All Your Bloody Truths, the more fucked up it was. I genuinely don't understand that book at all. I think there are so many parts of that I didn't think needed to be included in the story whatsoever. I think it just added to... I want to be so harsh because it was so bad, but I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna keep a lot of my opinions to myself. But I really didn't like it. I really didn't like it, and I just didn't even want it in my house. I just couldn't... books. I don't understand how that is in a book. I just yeah. Okay, so apart from it just completely blowing my mind at how fucked up it was, I ended up getting to read the Blackened Blade series, and I really loved book 2, and I can say with my chest that even I liked book 3 even more. We got to see more training, we got to see more battle scenes, we got to see more relationships and more insights into things that may be coming up. So I was really excited about that. I really did like book 3 way more. Again, there were still gaps. There were still things that I think would have done in improving the story and in improving the plot. But I still had a great time. I loved it. I rated it 4-star. I rate every book in this series 4 stars. It's not like a 4-star like I would rate any other romantasy. It's 4-star in terms of like, I had fun. It was great. I read it so quickly. I completely fell into it, devoured it, that kind of stuff. I will be ordering the paperbacks at some point. I just don't know when. I don't think I need to buy it anytime soon. I'm going to wait till book 4 gets released and then just buy the whole series. I don't think book 4 is the final book. I don't think. I thought book 3 was the final book, but I don't think I was right. But yeah, it's in total it's 4-star. It's a solid 4-star series. Yes, there are gaps and that should bring it down. But on a pure enjoyment level and me loving it and having so much fun and just being able to escape reality completely and live within the mind of an FMC who I really enjoy, it makes it a 4-star. Anyway, I was meant to read Iron and Embers and Thorns and Fire in this vlog. I'm not going to, because I want to take my time and read Iron and Embers, and I think this vlog is going to end up being way too long, and I'm just not going to do that. So I will probably put that in another vlog at some point. I'm not in a rush to read that. I am currently reading The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, which was on my TBR for this month. And I'm so happy it was on my TBR for this month, because I am like 150 pages in and I'm having so much fun, and it's just so interesting. I think a lot of it is very relatable and a bit scary on how something like this could potentially be something that could exist. Not in terms of the clairvoyance and stuff, but in terms of like what's happening in the UK right now. It's very interesting. So I'm really enjoying this, but I'm going to close out this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you would like to. Comment what book is on your new releases TBR that you're really excited to get to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.